I think the top three issues that we're facing are, number one, the budget. How are we actually going to get the dollars that we need to fulfill both our moral and our constitutional obligations? Number two, related to that, is education. How do we make sure that we are putting the dollars that we need to put in without cutting all the things around education that are really going to be required for kids to be ready to learn and for our families to be successful? And number three, how do we get a transportation package through so that we can make many needed investments into both our roads and highways and into public transit? So I think those three are deeply related, but they are the top issues facing us. Well, my top priorities really are around the things that I have heard numerous times from the district. First, that we need to have economic security for people, and that really ranges from policies like raising the minimum wage and paid and sick days that support people to be able to live lives with dignity and to be able to make enough to at least make ends meet. And secondly, looking at jobs, so economic security around how do we really get more of our 37th district residents into jobs, into the kind of training that's going to lead to jobs. And so I've been doing work on both of those. The second piece is, as I mentioned in the first question, around education. It's a top priority for me, all the way from early learning to higher ed and post-secondary, including K-12. And I think that, this is about providing our kids with the base that they're going to need so that they can have a life that allows them to live with dignity, allows them to pursue passions. And so that I have several bills around equity in education, making sure that the dollars that we're investing into McCleary actually go to reducing the opportunity gap, and making sure that we're providing enough funding to actually get our kids educated. And then the third is, again, lines up with the legislature's priorities, which is around a transportation package, and particularly public transit, and trying to see how we make sure that Sound Transit gets reauthorization for ST3, that we're investing dollars as much as possible into a bike ped plan, and really thinking about all the ways that transportation options need to connect for people to be able to get to work or get wherever they're going. A little crazy. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of learning just around the processes and getting to know people and getting to know the buildings. I feel like I've got some of those things down. I was very proud to be able to co-sponsor the Martin Luther King Day resolution because Dr. King has been an important hero and guide for me in my own career and is extremely important to our district. So very pleased to be able to speak to that and to bring some of the issues of both racial justice, economic justice, that he was so passionate about to the floor in that moment. I also was very pleased to sponsor the first ever resolution honoring India's Republic Day. That just happened, and honoring the contributions of the 60,000 plus Indian Americans across the state. I think this, they are very proud that they have an Indian American elected to the state legislature and to the state senate for the first time in the history of the state. And I want to make sure that they know that we have a place here in the state, that the contributions of the Indian American community are recognized, and that we have a tremendous opportunity in the state of Washington to continue to develop a strong relationship both on trade as well as economic opportunities here in the state between Indian Americans, India, and the state of Washington.